Radio Kampus. Rezerwat dobrej muzyki.
Świeży Towar na antenie Radia Kampus. Czas zacząć. Wita się z wami Asia Gzyra. Nie sama, ale dopiero za chwilę zdradzę, kto jest moim dzisiejszym gościem. Na wstępie jeszcze tylko zapraszam was do współtworzenia naszej audycji. Możecie zgłaszać się do nas ze swoimi nagraniami na towarmałpa.radiocampus.waw.pl i też przez Facebooka Świeżego Towaru. A to, czego słuchaliśmy przed chwilą, to czym rozpoczęliśmy naszą audycję, to było Penrose Stairs zespołu Mountain Lakes, duetu polsko-brytyjskiego, który to zespół gości u nas dzisiaj w studiu. Witam serdecznie. Feel welcome. Joanna Cisowska, vocalist, the Polish half of the band.
Yes, exactly.
Hello. Hi. And Wayne Hood, the British half of the band. Hello.
Hello.
Maybe let's start. Tell me, how did it happen that you start to cooperate as a music band?
Well, it came when I decided to live in Warsaw, which was an accident by itself. And because I was doing some traveling around Europe, and I had a problem with my eye and had an operation here. And then in the time of the operation, I put an advert on Gumtree looking for some people to play some music with. Joanna answered the advert, and then I thought it'd be a good idea to stay here, which is what I did. And then we just started recording some music.
as you said, all of it started when you start journey. And what was your plan when you left Britain? Where did you came first and why?
My plan was just to leave England, see as much as Europe as possible. And I saw about 14 countries, and I just took my laptop with me and was working on music when I was traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no goal in mind, just to see what happened, really.
And what are your plans for right now? Are you planning to stay in Poland for longer?
Yeah. I've been here for 18 months and I like it here, so I'll stay.
Did you were thinking about traveling together for the inspirations?
No, I've done my traveling for now. Yeah.
That's enough for now.
Yeah.
You said that journeys were the main inspiration for you to compose the music.
Mm-hmm.
And could you explain how to adopt this travel experience into music?
Well, one example would be when I was working on Eyesore. Originally, it was a completely different track, and I decided to just start again with it. And I was in a hostel in Odessa in Ukraine, and I'd written a different bass line for the track. And then I had my headphones on, and I could hear this church in the background, and it was playing some bells. But I thought, that sounds quite good, and that I used that as an inspiration for the song. So that's kind of how I did it, just using ambient sounds to kind of influence the tracks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe let's play some music for right now. We decided to play Eyesore right now, and we will be back to our conversation in a few minutes. Przed chwilą słuchaliśmy Icer zespołu Mountain Lakes. Wracamy do Świeżego Towaru, a rozmawiamy dzisiaj właśnie o polsko-brytyjskiej muzyce z polsko-brytyjskim zespołem, duetem Mountain Lakes. Z nami w studiu Joanna Cisowska i Wayne Hood. Rozmawiamy po angielsku, więc przestawiamy się już teraz. Maybe I start with question to Joanna right now. Why did you make a decision to start creating music with Wayne? How did it happen?
Actually, I also was, I just moved to Warsaw and I was looking for, I tried to find some place for me. And I've been looking for a very long time to find somebody to make music with. Before I sang with rock bands but when my last band split, it was when I was in Krakow. When my last band split, then I decided that no more rock bands, and no, but really, I just found out that it's not what I want to do, and I started to look for someone like Wayne, who was doing electronic music, and actually, that was exactly what I was looking for, and when we met, it was like, we just immediately hit it off, and we were talking for like 2 hours or even more. I have no idea, but it was quite easy to start.
Yeah. It's more about when you make music. It's not necessarily about playing together. You have to get along as people. That's kind of the most important thing. Because most people start bands in their hometowns with their friends, and that's what I wanted to do. With this project as well.
But do you have any other experience with cooperating with vocalists, or this is the first time?
No, in my first band in England, I played with some friends, but this was a different thing because I was composing everything, and then I just needed to find someone to sing on them, which was quite difficult because you don't know what you're looking for until you hear it, and then when you hear it, you think, that's
exactly.
it.
And why did you name your band Mountain Lakes?
Many years ago, when I was in the Tate Modern Museum in London, a gallery, and there was it's a Salvador Dali painting called Mountain Lake, and I just looked at it and thought, looks interesting, and then I would use interesting names for song titles to begin with, and then I would have a song title, and then I would go home and write something about that, and the song didn't really go anywhere itself, but then I thought, it's quite cool, so just kept with that. And we had we spent about 3 months trying to find a new band name, and then ended up back at the beginning. Yeah.
How does it look like when you work on your music?
Actually, it's he's a composer and he produces all the music and writes the lyrics, etc. We have arranged a studio, like our own studio, and we actually do everything by ourselves. We're meeting quite often, and we record music. We sometimes have to record some songs a few times, because the ideas are changing all the time. So it's quite a long process.
Yeah, it is a long process, but
it's worth it.
Yeah.
And satisfying.
Yeah.
And Asha, are you going to try to write some lyrics?
I am always trying to write some lyrics, and I also have some in my drawer. Yes. But I'm always scared to show them to people. But I showed him one, and he's still working on the song. Mm-hmm. So,
you usually
hopefully one day.
Usually music comes first normally, and then I would listen to stuff, and you hear like sounds rather than words. Like you hear a lot of people, they like just make sort of strange sounds, and they're trying to make sounds rather than words, and then they fit words to fit those sounds, if that makes sense.
That's interesting.
Yeah, a few musicians do that. I think Kurt Cobain used to do it in that way. You know, so because you get some artists which write with the words first, like PJ Harvey will write the words first and then compose everything around that. Some people work the opposite way. So, yeah, one day we will.
The other way.
Yeah.
For now, you have 3 finished songs. Which one is your favorite and why? Wayne, let's start with you.
Probably Eyesore, I think, because...
mine too.
Yeah, but just because when I was I said I was working on it in a strange place in Ukraine, and it was kind of, I realised I stumbled across something, and there were people going out, in the evening, going drinking, and I kind of thought, no, I need to stay with my headphones on. And which felt a bit strange, but at the time. But now it kind of it paid off. Because if I hadn't have worked on it at that time, I might not have done it. So.
Asa, your
for,
favorite?
For me, it's also Eyesore for now. But there are some other songs on which we are working on. So
yeah, the next.
So maybe
the next song we will publish is my favorite.
Oh.
But only we've heard it, so
for
it definitely is my favorite.
So my favorite for now is Eyesore because everything started from this song because after we met, Wayne proposed me to record one of the songs by myself at home. So I chose Eyesore, and it was my first song in which we were working.
Yeah. And actually there was someone else that worked on the track with us, my friend Kevin from England. We originally worked on the track back in England. He wrote the lyrics for the track, and then I composed the music around that. And we still work together as well. We share files over the internet and try and collaborate a little bit still. So yeah.
You said that only you two heard the new material. You didn't play any concerts yet, right?
No, not yet, but we are rehearsing. We have a real band and some great people with us. And I think soon we will play some concerts.
Yeah, concerts, and we have a video for Eyesore soon as well, which we filmed with some friend of ours who studies here, film here, and that will be released soon as well, very soon.
Great, and other plans? We said about concerts, about music videos, and what about new materials?
We are still working on it, and I think also we are preparing some songs for the premiere, which is going to be soon.
Yeah. So we have to finish songs which will work for the live arrangement, because the live arrangement will be, the live sound will be different from the recorded sound slightly. It will be a bit more, maybe more guitars and a bit louder, and so we will finish probably 10 songs for the live show, and then record those for an album probably. Eventually.
So you have a band right now for the concerts.
Yeah. Very, very new band. Very new. Yeah.
And you two, how long are you cooperating? I didn't ask.
We met for the first time in December 2013. So we know each other since then. And since then we actually started working together.
Yeah. But it took a long time to kind of work out what we were trying to do. Like, I think at the beginning we were trying to...
Yeah. Actually, we needed time to figure out what we want to reach and who we want to be as a band. And so I think now we are it's a good point for us now. What's going on?
Yeah. Now we know exactly what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we're going to do it. So, it's a good place.
Okay, so we are keeping fingers crossed and wishing you good luck. And we're looking forward for some news from you. We
Thank
hope
you.
soon. Everything will be soon.
Yes, very soon.
As we heard. And for the end of our conversation, we'll play Terminus. That's right?
Yes, Terminus.
Yes. Okay, so let's leave our listeners with Terminus, and thank you for the conversation, Wayne Hood.
Thank you.
And Joanna Cisowska.
Thank you very much. And observe us, like our page on Facebook, and many things are going to happen soon. So
we will inform you, of course.
Radio Kampus. Rezerwat dobrej muzyki.